Welcome back to another episode of Story Behind the Story. John Walker here with KG. KG, thank you for joining us again this week. You had the chance to write an article over, a new organization on campus, the Black Student Union. Kind of give me a little bit of insight on that and what you found out about that organization.
Okay, BSU has been around for 2 months now. They talk about current events, what's going on campus, pop culture and different items like that. And it's just mainly, it's not just for Black people, but it's more so for the Black community to come together and just be united, because it's been very segregated within the Black community, and a lot of people within the Black community, mainly organization leaders, want to welcome the freshmen in and make sure they have a good experience, and just make sure that Northwest is more better and for the Black students on campus.
And then elaborate on that a little bit more. You mentioned the freshmen. One of the things in your article were we didn't have a high retention rate in that area because Black students really just didn't feel comfortable or as if they fit in on campus. Kind of talk about what you found out about that a little bit.
Okay, one of the people I interviewed was Amaya Ballard-Traylor, and she's a freshman, and she's actually on the BSU staff. She's a secretary. So she just felt like her friend group didn't feel like they belonged here because there wasn't enough Black students coming from places like Kansas City and St. Louis. There's a lot of Black people within that those areas, and she's come from Nebraska, so she's not around too many Black people. So she felt like Northwest was a place where she could meet more Black students. So they just feel like there's not much to do, and there needs to be an organization that is a voice for them, and they feel like they can be heard.
Absolutely. And then the BSU is kind of Northwest home of the ABC. Kind of touch on the differences between those a little bit and what the ABC really is.
Okay. Alliance of Black Colleagues was an organization that was around my freshman year. It was 2016 and 2017 school year. That died down because the executive staff members were all seniors. So no one wanted to take on the executive positions, so that organization is no longer with us. So this year, Tobias Johnson and some other organization leaders brought BSU in replacement of ABC, just to be active within the Black community and unite the Black community.
And then BSU, you mentioned it's fairly new, just a couple months old. What are some of the differences between that and a few other organizations that we already have on campus?
Okay, so the BSU still needs to go through the general process and get approved by Student Senate. So they'll have to do that process, and then they should be set to go. It's just more of a welcoming space for Black people to feel comfortable, and it's not, like I said, not just for Black students, it's also for people with different backgrounds. Yeah. Just to feel like they can voice their opinions on certain topics and stuff like that.
Okay. KG, thank you for joining us again on Story Behind the Story. If you have not checked out her article, make sure to do so. That's going to wrap things up for this episode of Story Behind the Story. Make sure to check out next episode right here on the KNWT Channel 8 YouTube exclusive.